Cold read. For those of you who don't know what a cold read is, it is essentially me as an investor, a VC and an angel, and a human being with lots of opinions that are worth nothing more than hot air, saying everything I think when I see a pitch deck, but would never tell a founder. Because I would say, you're not a fit, you're too early, or I'd just ghost you. Well, I wouldn't, but dickheads would. And this unwitting entrepreneur sent me a deck the other day. I don't know anything about the company. I've never seen any of this deck before. Okay. There we go, enough of an intro. Let's do this. Boom! Dramatic. Atomcal pitch deck. Gamified events management. Atomcal. Okay, this is a tome page. Now, for those of you who don't know what tome is like an online presenter where there's often audio or video that goes over the top of the presentation. And I personally don't like tome pitch decks because I will often have the sound off, or I'll be looking at it when I'm in between meetings on, the underground or in an Uber, and I just can't hear it. So I don't know if this will have any of that, but just generally when I see tome, I'm like, I'll have a go. But if there is that kind of stuff, I'm not going to pay much attention. Okay, gamified events management. Fine. Game sector is huge. You correct it as massive. International growing market. Yeah, fine. Attracting large tech companies. Attracting large tech companies like Amazon and Microsoft. They've kind of been attracted to this since, early 2000s. So it's a bit of a redundant statement, that one, isn't it? Celebrity gamers appear live online. Dedicated viewers want to watch their live streams. You're absolutely correct. It's mad. Well, some people think it's mad. I think it's fucking brilliant. Spelled TikTok wrong. That's the kind of thing that annoys me. Cool. All right. Yeah, we have online viewing platforms. Game learners are also paying experienced professional players to teach and host games. Yep, that's correct. Without an events management system catering these users, nobody knows what to expect. Okay. Now, I completely understand that these things happen. But what's going through my head right now is there's a cognitive dissonance, perhaps. My first alarm bells of cognitive dissonance have gone on, which is where the values you're attributing to the market versus what you want to exist aren't necessarily in line. Just because these things happen doesn't mean you need to make an event management system. You haven't painted a pain and solution. You've painted a trend and something you wish exists. So it's an alarm bell, but carrying on. I'm getting quite annoyed at how long this is. I'm now looking up here. I'm seeing, 21. Okay. I'm going to do a flick test, which means I'm going to go from slide to slide really fast. Just whatever pops out at me, I'm going to internalize to get a narrative of this deck and then go back perhaps to the slides of interest. I'm no longer going to look at it in any real detail because there's just too many slides. A gamified events management. Okay, fine. What I want to see, that basically this is telling me something exists. The only thing I really care about now are people using it. Let me have a look. Don't care. A team. Nothing about the team there tells me anything about whether this is the right team for the. And slides. I don't want web. I don't want to slide down because I'll miss it. Revenue. Okay, let me have a look. So this is 1 month's revenue. $500 MRR growing at 35% per month. You can't put a growth statistic on that. It's too small. And that trend line, I don't know the axes. Is that from 10 to 500? Or is that from 450 to 500? That trend line doesn't show me anything. Congratulations on getting somebody to pay for something. Not enough investors will tell you that getting someone to pay for something is a fucking amazing achievement. Really, really is. It is enormous, and you should really feel proud of yourself for that. But just be mindful that these numbers are bullshit from an investor's point of view, because 500 MRR, congratulations, you got somebody to pay for it. 35% growth per month means nothing at 500 MRR, particularly when I look at 1.7K 180 days ago, $204 365 days ago. You're basically saying you've gone from $204 to $500, and I know it's not that simple, but that's what comes across. I'm like, okay, what this is telling me, first-time founders, rookie slides, but I'm still interested because they've got someone to pay for something. 70% repeat customers. I just want to know how many there are. 70% is great. It's fantastic, actually. It's absolutely fantastic. But if it's one or two people, that could be your friends and family or even yourselves, you lose credibility. Traction, we can reach 10,000 signups by the end of 2023 if your marketing budget is $1,000 a month. Well, you've got half your marketing budget. Why don't you aim for 5,000 signups at your current revenue? 60% retention rate. What? How can you have 60% retention rate when you've got 70% repeat customers? This is a two-sided problem, isn't it? Don't care. Ah! Oh, I saw the phrase A16Z. A16's already on this. Okay, they're not on you, they're on this. Pointless slide. Nah, put it down. Annoying. I would reply to this because they've got someone to pay for something in a very crowded space. I would reply to this and say, I would actually genuinely say, sorry, I really don't like your deck. I really don't like it. I don't get what I need from this. But because I personally believe that they're first-time founders, probably gamers, that's actually incredibly interesting to me, because there's a pattern matching in the world of kind of gaming tech, where gamers that then go and make tech for themselves tend to make good companies. And because of that pattern, I'm seeing what could be first-time founders building a product for themselves, and I just want to know a bit more. As a VC, I wouldn't. I'd probably reply and say, sorry, too early. I wouldn't say not a fit, because if they send it to a gaming tech VC, then there's a good chance that that would be a complete fucking lie, because it would be a lie. But I would say, sorry, too early, in the hope that they might send me a more mature deck back. But as an angel investor, I'm like, this screams first-time naive founders, but there are trends here. They've got people to pay. And this is the industry where the customer is also the company builder. So I would go, probably take a meeting, but not for the reasons the founder would want me to take a meeting. But that being said, that's my cold read. Hope that helps. Cheers.